If you clicked on this video, it's probably because you have planned to come to Vietnam, you want to move to Vietnam, or maybe come here on holidays. I know how you feel. Personally, I was doubtful as well before coming to Vietnam. I was in Chiang Mai, Thailand at the time, which I liked, but I just didn't feel comfortable or at home there. And it wasn't the digital nomad lifestyle I was expecting. So I did some research and found the cheapest flight to the next country in Asia, where it was easy and simple to get a visa. And boom, that's when I stumbled against Vietnam. I've been in Vietnam for 1.5 years now, and I'm completely in love with the place. I landed here in March 2020, just before the pandemic, and have lived in 6 different locations so far. Today, I'm going to be explaining how I feel here in Vietnam as an expat when it comes to safety, lifestyle, cost of living, work opportunities, dating life, party and social life, and last, food, and how I feel about the Vietnamese culture. I also have a podcast that's called People That Travel, where I have interviewed tons of expats and they themselves share their experience, how they feel about Vietnam. If you want to check that out, I'll leave the channel in the description. I was born in Bogota, Colombia, so to me safety is a big thing because over there it's very unsafe and you really need to be aware of your surroundings. So Vietnam being a third world country, I figured it would be something similar, so I should really be careful. But to tell you the truth, here in Asia, I have not had any issues with safety. The biggest issue maybe when it comes to safety is people trying to rip you off when you're buying something in the markets or in the street or maybe getting a haircut. But with time, you'll get accustomed to the prices and you'll make sure that they don't rip you off. Another thing, walking late at night. I personally, big cities or rural areas have always felt safe walking late at night. Have never had a problem. But that's me as a male. I know females sometimes they feel uncomfortable, and I have seen issues where girls are being chased by another guy in a motorcycle, so just be careful when you're walking late at night as a female. Another unsafe thing that can maybe be an issue here in Vietnam will be crossing the street. Just because there's motorcycles going up and down like crazy, especially in the big cities like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City. And it can be a bit overwhelming, but all you have to do is just go straight ahead and do not hesitate. At the beginning, it looks a bit dangerous, but you will get used to this. Throughout my lifetime, for long periods of time, I've lived in the United States, Colombia, Australia, and now Vietnam. And if I had to compare all of them, I would say Vietnam is by far the best lifestyle I have had. Things are just very easy here. For example, like just getting an apartment or renting a scooter. You don't have to sign contracts. You don't need to get approved. You can do the transaction then and there, and no one is going to give you any issues or any problems. Also, the fact that most of the places that you rent comes with cleaning included every week just saves you so much time, makes your life so easy, and you can get laundry done for $1 to $2. So basically you get to choose whatever you want to do with your time. These are things that in a first world country you would have to pay a lot of money to get done, or simply they're just not available. Here it's just a given and it comes with a lifestyle and waking up early. For some reason, Vietnamese people love to wake up early, so you automatically just want to do the same. Here you'll see a lot of people out in the streets exercising, stretching, dancing all over Vietnam very early during the day. And Vietnam is very well accommodated when it comes to exercising. Mostly every city I've been to has outdoor pull-up bars in the streets, exercise machines that are completely free to the public. And just going outside every day with a happy atmosphere early in the morning, it's literally the best way to start your day. Another thing, internet speeds here for some reason are crazy good, and you'll never run out of places to work. Mostly in all the cities I've been to, there's tons of cafes, restaurants that are very comfortable to work in. And 90% of the time, the Wi-Fi speeds are great. Now I personally, I'm not a big fan of the cold. So Vietnam is perfect for that because here the weather is hot mostly all year round in the right places. Also, you have beautiful beaches and beautiful sceneries all over Vietnam with tons of activities and tours to do that you can literally spend all year round doing because Vietnam is very well known for that. And the best part I would say about Vietnam is its prices. Even though I'm not rich, I feel like I live like a wealthy person here because I can always afford most of the prices, and the quality for what you're paying for here is ridiculous. Now, some consequences I would say is that there is raining season here, so there can be a lot of rain sometimes, and when it gets hot, it gets really hot and humid, and mosquitoes can also be a pain. But other than that, it's really not that bad. Another thing that can be an issue is the language barrier. So if you really need something like from a pharmacy and you're in a rural area, it can be a bit difficult to communicate. But either way, it's part of the experience, and personally, I haven't had big issues with that. Normally, I would say 60% of the people that I deal with here in Vietnam speak English. A lot of expats come to Vietnam to teach English. And from what I've heard, and I have interviewed some people on my podcast, they can make between $15 to $25 an hour, which is ridiculous for the lifestyle that you're paying here. So here you can come to Vietnam and actually work as an English teacher, make decent money, spend less, and save more than you would back at home. For some of the jobs, you do need a degree and a teaching certificate, but there are also jobs that I have seen in the expat groups that are being offered that you don't need any degree or any certificate. You just need to be fluent in the language. So you can come here without a degree and a certificate and most likely find a job as an English teacher. You won't be getting paid the higher rates, but still between that $14 to $17 range. Here in Vietnam, for some reason, as an expat, you are very much appreciated. So you stand out, and most of the time, you'll get hired for any type of job that you're looking for here just because you speak English. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, this country is full of entrepreneurs. In every corner, you'll see someone selling some type of thing. It can be food, it can be an item. And so if you're interested in starting your own business here, you can really get started with very little capital here in Vietnam. And for some reason, the laws are very lenient and not as strict as it would be back in your home country. So opportunities to start your own business or maybe your own venture are very possible here in Vietnam. Now me, I work online. So Vietnam for me, it's perfect because it's cheap and I have more time to be able to work on my own stuff, grow my different businesses, and not have to worry to pay rent. It's easy, and I have never felt this type of freedom in my life. For some reason here, I feel I can actually focus on my passion, do my videos, grow in different things, try different types of avenues, and not have to work for someone else to be able to make my next dollar to pay my rent. Now, some consequences when it comes to opportunities is if you want to find a job in a big corporation or if you want to climb the corporate ladder, there's not those type of opportunities here. You would have to go to America, Australia, the UK, but I'm sure if you're watching this, that's not what you're after. Before Vietnam, I was never really into Asian girls. Even being in Thailand, I just, for some reason, didn't find them too attractive. But after I came here, my goodness, I didn't know Asian girls were so beautiful. You will find beautiful girls in all over Vietnam. Big cities, small cities, rural areas, they'll be there. And the best part is that even if you're not extremely good looking, you will still get tons of opportunities to date Asian girls. 99% of the expats that I've met here that are males end up always dating a Vietnamese girl. For example, look at me. I'm an average looking guy. But for some reason, girls here really find me attractive. I get compliments all the time, especially from older ladies. What did you say to me?
Hi, you're very handsome.
Oh, I found a girlfriend. And even from guys, come and compliment me, say they like my nose, say they like my facial features. As an expat here, you really stand out when it comes to dating. And if you're online dating, matching won't be an issue. Trust me. Another great thing is that, for example, me, I'm not a tall guy. I'm actually really short. I'm 5'5". And in the past, I have struggled to pick up girls because of my height in the streets, in the club, or anywhere in general. But here, I don't have any issues with that because everyone is short. So most girls are shorter than me or about my height. And I somewhat forgot that I was short. Now, most Vietnamese girls that I've met here have been extremely sweet, very respectful, caring, and believe it or not, very open-minded. So yes, Vietnam has one of the most beautiful women that I have seen. Now, some of the consequences when it comes to dating is that it can be a bit difficult to communicate with some of them, especially in the rural towns. But 60% of the time, most Vietnamese girls in Vietnam can speak decent English. Vietnamese nightlife here is incredible, especially in the big cities, because they always have some type of show or entertainment. They have dancers, great DJs. I've seen fireworks inside the club. And if you're in a beach town, they have really cool parties right on the beach. On top of that, you can find very cheap drinks in the right locations. And if you're that type of person, you can literally get whatever you want here. Music-wise, they have all types. They have R&B, they have hip-hop, they have deep house, mainstream music. You'll find it all. And here as well, what's very big is the karaoke. So if you like to do karaokes, Vietnam is very well known for its karaokes. Another great thing about the parties here is that nobody judges. So you would always find people from all types of ages, and no one's gonna look at you strange for being too old or too young. I've been to festivals here where there's even kids at the festival, and there's people drinking, some people doing other stuff, and everyone's just out there having a good time and nobody is judging. During the right seasons, there are cool festivals here in Vietnam, and the best part is the price of the festivals here. They're very cheap. The last festival I went to was in Munier, right in front of the beach, in a hostel. It was so cool. It was only 250,000 dong for a 2-day festival. I've never paid this little for a festival, and I had a great time. You meet great people that are like-minded, and to tell you the truth, I have not seen one fight at the club. I have not seen police or any issues with authorities here. I'm not sure where the police are, but there is never a problem when it comes to police here at the parties. So you really get to do whatever you want. And for some reason, it works out. Everybody just gets along. There's no problems, no dramas. It's really cool. I really like the environment here when it comes to the party. I feel safe. Also, I would say 90% of the places let you wear whatever you want at the club. I've even taken my shirt off sometimes, and it's no issue, especially if you're in front of the beach. You're just in a bathing suit, partying. Some consequences when it comes to partying here in Vietnam is that alcohol can be too cheap. So you might get too drunk fast and miss out on your party. So if you go out drinking, just make sure not to drink too much. And another thing, if you go to the wrong bars where there's girls serve you drinks, you could get ripped off or possibly robbed. So just be careful where you go and just be aware of your surroundings. This could be one of the best things that Vietnam has, the food. It is absolutely amazing. Here I've had the best sushi, the best pizza, the best burger, the best Chinese food, the best Mexican food I've ever had. Because Vietnam is so cheap, if you pay a little bit more than usual, you just get top-notch quality stuff. So if you pay 300,000 for a pizza here, which is a lot, you'll get the best oven-cooked pizza that you'll ever have in your life. But don't mix things up. Expensive doesn't always mean good quality. Another thing that I was worried about was missing food back at home or the other countries that I was living in. But to tell you the truth, here in the big cities, you will find every type of cuisine. So you will never have that issue. Either way, my favorite food here is of course the Vietnamese food, like bún cha, bánh xèo, and pho. The mix of flavors with vegetables and meat is just absolutely amazing. And the prices are ridiculous. One of my favorite things here to do is go to the night markets and just binge on different types of food that cost 20, 30, 40,000. And you have a great time trying all types of food for very cheap prices. And if you're vegetarian, there's tons of vegetarian options here that actually are extremely affordable. A plate can range from 30,000 to 75,000 just because vegetables in Vietnam are very, very cheap. I've even been to some vegetarian buffets where you just pay 60,000 and you can eat all you want. Another great thing about Vietnam is its diverse options of fruits. Here you can get any type of fruit that you want, and very exotic fruit that I have never seen before for very, very affordable prices. So what's great about Vietnam and its food is that you don't have to eat bad or junk food. The options of healthy, delicious food are here, and obviously that makes your lifestyle and the way you feel a lot better. Consequences when it comes to food, I would say picking your food choices, because there's so many options, especially if you go on the Grab app, which is where you can order takeaway food. You can spend hours just on there because there's so many diverse options at very affordable prices. Seriously, in Vietnam here, the food is perfect, and you can eat like a king for very cheap. Vietnam for me now is home. I just feel calm and at peace here. The people are always so friendly, nice, and they love to joke around, particularly in the rural towns like Hoi An and Mun Ye where I lived. The older ladies always want to chat me up, they compliment me, they want to practice their English, they let me practice my Vietnamese. It's always a good time. And here they have a really strong sense of community, spirituality, and everyone is just happy. And it's a very genuine sense of happiness that I have not seen in a lot of places in the world. I do need to let you know though that some Vietnamese people and some cats get angry if you guys are not subscribed to this YouTube channel. So make sure to smash that subscribe button and let me know what other topics you'd like me to cover in my upcoming videos about Vietnam. In the meantime, I'll leave this video here where I break down the cost and living in one of my favorite locations in Vietnam. Until next time, Christian Rodriguez, bye.